Ukrainian drone operators struck a Russian T-90M and a TOS-1 Solntsepek by dropping TM-62 anti-tank mines on them. Footage of the combat operation was posted on the Nebesna Unmanned Systems Battalion of the 43rd Separate Mechanized Brigade's page. The pilots of Ukrainian attack drones used heavy bomber drones to deliver modified anti-tank mines and drop them on enemy armored vehicles. When used properly, the powerful 10-kilogram high-explosive shell can cause serious damage even to vehicles equipped with anti-drone superstructures, also known as grills. However, the explosive devices shown in the video did not have impact initiators, so in some cases, they rolled after falling, complicating the operation. For instance, a successfully dropped mine on the turret of an immobilized Russian T-90M tank rolled off and fell to the ground, minimizing potential damage. Previously, Militarny reported that Ukrainian unmanned aerial vehicle units use drones to remotely mine roads behind the invaders' lines. For this purpose, 10-kilogram TM-62 anti-tank mines or their Ukrainian counterparts are mostly used. Depending on the fuse, anti-tank mines dropped from drones can be used either as mines or as high-explosive bombs to destroy fortifications. To ensure the mine does not explode upon impact and is properly detonated, it is equipped with an electric smart detonator. This detonator activates on the ground some time after the mine is dropped and can operate on battery power for up to 14 days. The mine can be triggered and subsequently detonated if it encounters any large metal objects or is moved. To facilitate this, the detonator is equipped with a gyroscope, an accelerometer, and a magnetometer. Ukrainian forces have carried out tactically significant and successful localized counterattacks against Russian troops along two sections of the front line, according to a new assessment, as NATO member states pledge future aid for Kyiv's war efforts against Moscow. Ukrainian fighters have counterattacked along the border of the country's northeastern Kharkiv region and around Kreminna, a Russian-controlled city in Ukraine's eastern Luhansk region that sits close to the Donetsk border, the Institute for the Study of War, ISW, a U.S. think tank, said Wednesday. In early May, Moscow launched a cross-border offensive into the Kharkiv region, quickly gaining a handful of villages across the border, including those north of Kharkiv city. It is Ukraine's second-largest city, and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has said Kyiv cannot afford to lose Kharkiv. Russian troops also attacked further east along the border, around the city of Vovchansk and Staritsia, a settlement just southwest of Vovchansk. Ukrainian officials warned that Russia hopes to divide Kyiv's scarce resources, pulling soldiers and equipment from other parts of the front line. Ukraine said shortly after the offensive began that it had stemmed Russia's advances while reporting intensified pushes from Moscow in the east of the country. Ukraine has been counterattacking along the Kharkiv border and around Kreminna for around 2 months, the ISW said. Russia has pulled elements of forces from other parts of Ukraine, the think tank said, which is a strong indicator that Russian forces are beginning to feel the pressure of Ukrainian counterattacks. The ISW previously said Ukraine had retaken positions north of Kharkiv city, while Russia was still making slow but steady gains in the east. Russia has recently marginally advanced northwest of Kreminna, while attacking down from the Kharkiv city of Kupiansk to Svatove, a Luhansk city north of Kreminna, the think tank said. Kyiv's ability to launch more powerful and organized counterattacks is determined by Western military aid, the ISW said. Ukraine is heavily reliant on security assistance from its international supporters, not least the US, to prop up its war effort. To keep its own war machine running, Russia quickly mobilized its defense industry, and Western officials say Moscow has been receiving weapons from allies such as North Korea, China, and Iran. In late April, the US House approved more than $60 billion in military aid for Ukraine, after months of delays and political infighting. During the congressional delay on aid authorization, Ukraine's forces struggled to keep up supplies of key assets, like ammunition and air defense missiles. Ukraine's NATO backers used this week's summit in Washington to unveil fresh aid for Kyiv, including 4 Patriot air defense systems and dozens of other air defense systems in the next few months. NATO also confirmed on Wednesday that its members would provide a minimum baseline funding of more than $43 billion in security assistance for Ukraine in the next year. Additionally, the US, the Netherlands and Denmark said the first of Ukraine's pledged F-16 fighter jets were on their way to Kyiv.
Постріл! Работаем.